Hey, Reese. How are you this morning?
Hi, Miss Fox.
Is everybody doing good?
Yes, ma'am.
Good.
Do y'all hear that screeching?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Bring that.
If anybody has headphones on, because there's a lot of noise in your home, you may have to turn your volume down because sometimes that's what gives feedback.
Wait, Margaret, should we get off house party?
Probably.
Okay, I think it's gone now.
Oh, that was definitely.
Oh, was that it?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, fun. What's house party? Is that what you said? What did y'all say? Okay.
I can't hear anybody.
You can't hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Miss Fox.
You can hear me?
I don't think Reese can.
All right. Can you still hear me, Margaret?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I'm going to just wait till she logs back on. I don't want to start and do too much. Did you have very specific questions?
No, ma'am. Me and Reese were just trying to do the test, and then we didn't really know how to do a few problems, so we just thought we'd come on.
Okay. All right.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you, baby girl.
I can hear you.
Can you hear me, Reese? Oh.
Marge?
Yes? Reese, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Reese? Can you hear me? I'm talking as I type. Can you hear me, Reese? Oh, that makes me so sad. Grayson, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Lord. Let's see. Try one more. What were y'all on? Yeah.
I can't hear you.
Everyone, can you hear me? Everyone else can hear me, but no one can hear you. I should have put that was to Reese.
No, I can hear you.
Yeah. And no one can hear. You can't hear Reese when she talks, though, right, Grayson?
I don't know.
Margaret talks so that. Can you hear other students?
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
There's Margaret.
I don't hear y'all, and I don't think I can. So basically, Reese can't hear anything, and she can't hear anyone. But the rest of us can hear each other.
Yeah. What were y'all on, Margaret? And then she got off.
We were on House Party.
Okay, what's House Party?
It's an app on your phone, so you can FaceTime.
Oh. Let's see. Did anybody accidentally mute her?
It doesn't say that she's muted. Now
Tell her to talk now. No. Tell her to try now.
Okay, Miss Barcy, you can go ahead and start on mess around with it.
Okay, sweet pea. Well, maybe she'll be able to hear the playback, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. I'm so sorry. I feel so bad. Okay. I'm on.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes. Can you hear me, Reese?
Could Reese hear you? I was muted accidentally.
I can hear her, but I don't think she could hear me.
Okay, well, one more time, maybe.
Can you hear me, Reese?
Is she back on?
Yes. Reese.
Can
you
she
hear me?
Can y'all not hear me?
I don't think so.
Oh, we can hear you, Reese. Okay. I know I had some emails to do specific ones on yesterday's classwork. So I'm going to start with those. And then if you guys have any other questions, just let me know.
Okay.
So number 14 is a grouping one. So you just group and then you pick out you group the 4 terms into 2 sets of 2. And then you pick out the greatest common factor in each of the 2 separate groups. So in that first group, the greatest common factor, there's a number and a letter. So the greatest common factor is a 9. And then you want to take the smallest of the exponents on the letters. Now, the first term has an x in it, cubed, and the second term has an x squared and a y. So they don't both share a y, so that won't be one of the common factors because they have to be in common in each. And the first one has an x, and the second term has an x. So you take the smallest of the 2 x's because you couldn't pull out the biggest out of the smallest, but you can pull the smallest out of the biggest. Does that make sense? That's why you pick the smallest. So you're going to pick the x squared. So in that first term, that's going to leave an x plus y. And this is the one where you're trying to make the blobs common. Okay? So when I look at this next one, I know that I've got to have an x plus y. And I look at that set and I see a negative x and a negative y. So what I could do to make it match this blob right here is I could pull out a -1. So if I pull out a -1, I'm going to get x plus y. Because if I take a -1 out of a negative x, I'm going to get a positive x. And if I take a -1 out of a negative y, I would get a positive y. So that's so now what I'm going to do is pull out the common factor, which is the x plus y, or the blob. And then I'm going to have 9x squared minus y.
Who is free? Yeah, indeed.
Whoever's seen, it's beautiful. Is that you, Reese? Oh, okay. All right. Now, number 19.
Could you scroll up for 1 minute, please? Thanks.
Uh-huh. Is that got it? You good? Okay. All right. So, number 19. Looking for the greatest common factor. There's a 5 in both of them. There's an x in both of them. And the smallest x is x to the first. And there's a y in both of them. And the smallest y is just a y all by itself. So if I pull out a 5xy out of a 5x cubed y, then I'm going to be left with an x squared, right? Minus 1. Now, what's special about that? X squared minus 1. Did you get his shoes? What's special about an x squared minus 1? Can anyone tell me? It's a shame that Reese isn't here because this is what she got in class yesterday. Reese, can you hear us? Yes, they should be. Grayson, how about you, buddy? What's special about x squared minus 1? It's a 2-term binomial. And with a subtraction sign in the middle. Look on that greatest common factor graphic organizer, guys, and tell me what's special
They cancel out.
Look on your I'm gonna text this to Reese. Hold on. Do you have your greatest do you have your great that factoring graphic organizer out in front of you? Grayson, do you have that, buddy?
I think so.
It's in front of you, right? It's the thing that says GCF at the top.
Does it go say like 2 terms, 3 terms, 4 terms?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Good job. Reese got it. It is Okay, it's the difference of squares. You see that on the left-hand side of your graphic organizer. So 5xy, x plus 1, x minus 1. And now it's factored completely. Okay, on number 20, that also is the difference of squares. So what's the square root of 100? Anyone know what the square root of 100 is? You can type it in your calculator, I guess, if you need to. But
10.
You should know the square root of 100.
10.
10. Good job. What's the square root of 9y squared?
3y.
Good job. Good job. So you're done with that one.
So how would you do a problem like 2a plus 7 in parentheses and then a squared like outside of it?
Hold on hold 1 second, Grayson. I want to get back to your question. I'm typing something to Reese.
Oh, you can hear me? Oh my goodness, that was the problem. Wait. Good grief. Okay. I wasn't even paying attention.
Can you hear us now?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes.
Oh, good grief.
Yes, we heard you singing. It was lovely.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, all right. Well, I'm glad we got it fixed.
Yeah, me too. I cannot believe I wasn't paying attention to that.
Oh, it's okay. It happens to the best of us. You know, probably what happened, baby girl, is when that screeching happened, you probably turned it down to save your sweet little eardrums.
Yeah, maybe.
You know what I'm saying? But Margaret left us. Why did she leave us? Do you know?
Well, we were working on the test one, and we were kind of confused with like what number 3 was like asking us to do, because there were like 2 things that we thought we could do with it. So that may have been why, but I don't actually know.
Oh, okay. I would have to go back and look at what that was, and maybe I can give y'all just like a boost to get started.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'll do that, but I'm going to address the rest that were emailed to me, and then I'll go to that. Is that cool?
Yes, ma'am.
And then Grayson just asked me a question too, so I want to get back to this question. Okay, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Thank you for waiting patiently, Grayson. Honey, what is your question again?
It's on number 9 of the test. I think I know how to do it, but I'm not exactly sure. It's like there's 2a plus 7 in the parentheses, and then there's a squared number outside of it. Like a 2 of an exponent.
This, right, 2a, like that?
Yeah, plus 7 in parentheses.
Like this?
Yeah, and then there's a little 2 exponent outside.
Okay, you tell me what you would do with that. What does the 2 on the outside mean?
That means you square each of them. So like...
No.
Would that be 2a plus 7 and then 2a plus 7?
Is this what you're saying? Because this way you're helping other people and I'm not helping. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
That's exactly it. And then what do you do next?
would it be 4a squared
Wait.
plus 14? Wait, no, just 4a plus 14.
Nope.
4a squared.
Yes, but it's not plus 14.
49.
Yep, but you're still missing something.
I don't know.
Well, you need to go back to your notes about multiplying binomials. That was, let's see. Let me tell you what notes. Maybe that'll help. I believe that was 8.2. Yes. Go back to 8.2.
Hold on, I might find it.
Okay, hold on just 1 second. It's 8.
I found it. You're supposed to FOIL.
Yes, that's it, Grayson. You found it. Good job. And you helped your fellow classmates. That's exactly what you do, is you foil that from there. So, so that's a good job. Good job. Way to go, Grayson. See, you guys, you have all of your notes and you can figure this out. We've covered a lot of material and that kind of thing. So you can use Google Classroom too to help each other out and ask questions. I don't care if you do that because, you know, someday when y'all are in the workplace, y'all will be helping each other out that way too and that kind of thing. So that's perfectly fine. Let's see. Let me go back. I had a request to do 14, 19, 20, and number 23.
So I FOILed and I got 4a squared plus 14a plus 14a plus 49.
You shouldn't have got plus 14a plus 14a.
Do those cancel?
No. But I don't know how you got 14. Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, you should have. I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. You're right. I'm wrong. Miss Sparks is wrong. So, but then now you combine the 14a and 14a. Combine like terms, right? After you FOIL. So your final
14a
answer.
squared?
No. When you combine those, you only get an a squared when you multiply, not when you add.
So it'll be
You have to
28a.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
Yes. Don't when you add and subtract polynomials, you just add and subtract the coefficients. When you multiply, like, you know, like terms, when you're adding 10a plus 10a, you're only adding the coefficients.
Oh yeah, I forgot
When
that.
you multiply 10a times 10a, you're multiplying the coefficient and the variable. So that would be 100a squared. When you add, it's only the coefficients. When you multiply, it's the coefficients and the variable. Does that make sense?
I think so. So the final answer would be 4a squared plus 28a plus 49.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
All right. Well, you're welcome. And thank everybody else. That was what number, Grayson, that you just helped everybody with?
9 on the test thing.
There you go. Not number 9, done. Compliments of Grayson Carmichael. So, all right, number 23. So on number 23, we're looking for two factors that multiply together to give you a negative 78 that when you add them give you a negative 7. So let's think of all the factors of 78. So we know there's 34 and 2. There would be 17 and 2 there. So what's 17 minus 4? That's 13, so that's still not good. But that doesn't factor anymore, does it?
Miss Sparks, are you going to post this later?
The math lab?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Okay.
I am. Oh, and that's not 34. It's 39. I messed that up already. 39 and 2. So
There's
that would
26.
be, yep. 3 and 13, right? So 13 and 6. Oh, that gives you a negative 7, right? So negative 13 and a positive 6. Right?
Yes, ma'am.
Yay. Is that what you said? You're a genius.
I heard you say it. So, and I did on my calculator too. So, yeah.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, but you sure recognize those differences squares really well, and I'm really proud of you for that.
Thank you.
All right. So those are the ones that were emailed about the mixed factoring. Those were the ones I got the email. But while I'm on the math lab, what other ones from class yesterday do you guys need me to do?
I think I'm good.
On that?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. You're most welcome. On the test, what I'm going to do, since y'all came to math lab, let's see. Chapter 8. Review. No, that's not it. Oh.
I think it's titled Homework 13, Unit 7 Review.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your help. That will help me find it.
There are a few of those that I need like a little help on. Number 3, I need help getting started on.
Don't you hate it when the computer just is slow?
Mm-hmm.
I'm typing, but it's not acknowledging, so I don't really know what I've typed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay. Man. Doesn't look like that, does it?
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Yeah, it did.
It does? With
Yes,
boxes?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay.
So it does look like that.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, praise the Lord. I had it pictured different in my head. Okay, well, on that first part, on number 1 and 2, that's all the way back to the very first notes that I gave you guys. So did y'all find all of those?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Which one do you need help getting started?
Number 3.
Okay, number 3, that when I was writing to Grayson just a few minutes ago, I don't know if you had made it back on yet, but you're going to combine like terms. So the y squareds go with the y squareds. The y's go with the y's, and the constants go with the constant. And every term has a number, and every term has a sign, and every sign has a term. So we've got a positive y squared being combined with a 5y squared. You add only the coefficients. What makes them alike is the variable with its exponent. So what's the understood coefficient in front of that y squared?
1.
So you add 1 and 5, which is what?
6y squared.
6y squared. Good job. And there's no other y term, so you just bring it down. So you've got 6y squared plus 4y, and now you'll take a -1 and add a 2.
Okay.
And on number 4, that minus sign right here, here's my hint. That minus sign goes to the 8K and the 13. So technically, that's a -8K and a -13. Don't forget to distribute it all the way through.
Okay.
And here as well. So it'll make the 4x cubed negative, but it'll make the 3x cubed positive and the 8 negative. And you combine like terms. So that's 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're combining like terms. Once you match the terms, you combine the coefficients only, not the exponents. You match the exponents and combine the coefficients. Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. Did that clarify stuff for you guys? Anybody else have that same question? Because Reese,
No.
I don't think you're the only one, baby.
Not specifically that question, but number 13 and 14 are confusing, I think.
Okay. And that's because they're combining lots of other things with them. So you have to break it down into parts. So that x minus 5 squared means you're going to do x minus 5 times x minus 5. So you'd FOIL that one. And then you would distribute the -3 to the x plus 8. And then at the very end, you combine all the like terms. And you would do the same exact thing with 14. You're going to break it down into the smaller components. Okay? Use all of the rules that you all have gotten and break it down into smaller components.
Hold on, I'm trying 13 right now.
Okay.
I have a question on 15. So
Okay.
for there, would you subtract, like for 24x cubed over x, would that leave you with an x squared or a 4x squared?
Right.
You're dividing, so you'd subtract?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Perfect.
Okay.
And I'm doing number 20. We're going to do 29 and 30 together.
Thank you.
Okay.
I looked at those and I'm like, I'll probably just put a big question mark on it.
I'm going to do those with you guys, but y'all are going to help me. Okay.
Okay.
I want you guys to factor the numerator.
Okay.
So walk it through. So what are we going to do?
You're going to find two things that multiply to get -48, but add to get 2.
Oh, Reese, you just rocked my world. You're wonderful. Thank you. You're absolutely correct. So what two factors multiply to give us a -48 but a +2? What would that be?
I'm working on it right now.
Okay. Y'all can help each other out. It's okay. Reese got us started. Somebody wants to help. Anybody can jump in. This is a group effort.
Would it be 8 and negative 6?
You are absolutely correct. So I'm going to rewrite this as x plus 8 over x minus 6. And now I've got an x minus 6 on the bottom. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in parentheses. Do you see anything in common?
X minus 6.
Good job. Those would cancel out, and your final answer is x plus 8. And that's it.
Miss Sparks, going back to number 13, would you distribute the negative 3 to the x and 8?
Yes.
So would you get negative 3x minus 24 and then would you just leave it like that, or would you FOIL?
Well, you're not going to FOIL because you've distributed this, but you FOILed this, right?
Right.
So what did you get?
I'm still working it out. I think it's x squared minus 5x minus 5x plus 25.
Okay. What do you do with the minus 5x minus 5x?
Cancel out.
No.
Oh, wait. You would add them together to get negative 10x?
Yep. As long as y'all are doing it, I'll write it down. Okay. Now, when you distributed the 3x, what did you tell me you just got? The negative 3?
Minus 24.
Okay. What goes with what? Now what would I do?
Hold on.
I'm on that same problem too, and I'm like confused. I don't know.
Did you get where Mary Faith got?
I did. I multiplied the negative 3 to the x plus 8 and got negative 3 minus 24. And then
You
I
got
FOILed
negative 3. Wait a minute. What? Wait. You got a negative 3 minus 24?
negative 3x.
Okay. All right. So
And
it
then,
looks like what I have on the screen.
No, because like I FOILed the other part of it and got x squared minus 10x plus 25.
Isn't that what I have on the screen?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And now, don't I have the negative 3x minus 24 also?
Yeah, I was just confused.
Okay. About what?
I got it now. So then don't you like simplify?
Yes, sir. When you say simplify, tell me what you would do.
Would you get x squared and then negative 13x and then you'd get plus 1?
That's it. Everybody can thank Grayson and
Thank
Mary
you.
Faith for the answer to number 13. Good teamwork, guys. Eh,
14 should be similar, but just more complicated, right?
Well, it's actually an easier problem. It just looks more detailed. Well, I guess it's probably, yeah, they're probably about the same.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
even see. I'm still confused on 14.
Well, you're going to distribute this to all three things inside the parentheses. And then at the very end, you'll add that to whichever one matches whatever you distributed.
So if you distributed the first part to the first part, then would that be 7 x to the 5th, y to the
Yes.
2nd.
Yes.
7x to the 5th.
All right. And I'm going to do this one. Reese, are you still with me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. We have to factor. This is the same thing as the other.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you would write it so it looks like the other one. But this, we have to factor the numerator, and that's a slide and divide.
Oh, yeah. So.
Oops. Sorry, I made a mess up.
We're good.
So two things that multiply to give me a 30, a positive 30, but add to give me a negative 13.
-10 and -3.
Perfect.
I'm confused. Why are you writing up there with the what?
Because I don't have enough room to write here.
Oh, so to just write that down there.
Yeah, I just don't have enough room, and y'all wouldn't be able to see because this is not that. It's
Okay.
this. Okay. Reduce my fraction. And now bottoms up. So that's going to be, I'm going to do my bottoms up down here. 2m minus 5. 2m minus 1. All over 2m minus 1. See anything that matches?
The 2m's and -1's.
So that cancels. So my final answer is this.
Okay. I have one quick question.
Okay.
Which problem is it for?
It's on problem 25. So if
Okay. Hold on just
have
1 second. Hold on just 1 second, Reese. Mary Faith, that was number 30. I did 29 and 30 with you guys. So the final answer for number 30 was 2m minus 5. All this
Thanks.
work over here, all this work, Mary Faith, over on this side that I'm circling right now, all that is number 30.
Oh, okay.
Okay? All right, Reese, go ahead, baby.
Okay,
what was your question?
I was working on 25, and then
Yes, ma'am.
one of the answers that I got was v, and then parentheses v minus 9, and then another parentheses v plus 6. How would I factor that out? Because they both have 3 in common.
Actually, it shouldn't be. Both of your parentheses factor on that one because you're looking for two factors that give you a negative 15 that multiply to give you a positive 54, but a negative 15. So that means both are going to be negative.
Oh, okay.
And as long as you do that, your answer was correct.
Okay,
You're
so
done.
I'll factor that out.
Yeah, you're done.
Okay.
You had a V, and then you had an open parentheses V minus 9, close parentheses, open parentheses, V minus 6, close parentheses.
Exactly.
Your answer is correct.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes. That was number 25. Thanks to Reese.
I didn't get it.
Reese, do you want to repeat it?
Sure. So, Grayson, what I did, I was trying to find things that multiplied to get me 54, but added to get negative 15. So there'd have to be 2 negatives. and then I got v parentheses v minus 9, close parentheses, then an open parentheses, v minus 6. Because -9 minus 6 is -15.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And did you get Grayson and Mary Faith did number 13, Reese? Did you get that?
Yes, ma'am, I did. Thank y'all.
Okay. Grayson and Mary Faith, did you get number 25 that Reese just did for you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, but on number 14, I got like 7x to the 5th y squared minus 16 x to the 4th.
Where'd you get? Wait. Oh, I see. Your final answer is what you're telling me?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
Then that
I'm
was
ready.
minus 16 x to the 4th y plus 4x cubed y. 14.
14? Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Do you
I
want to
wasn't sure
walk?
because it's so long.
Yeah. Do you want to walk them through what you did or no?
I mean, I could, sure.
Okay. Tell me? Okay, you got me here, and then what did you do next?
I got you where now?
See what I have written on the screen?
Yeah. So
now
then
tell me what you wrote next.
You continue to multiply 7x cubed y to the negative 3x, which will give you negative 21x to the 4th y. And you do that with the 2, and that gives you 14x cubed y. And then you just add the 5x4y part at the end. And then you just simplify it.
I didn't have room to write that 5x squared, x to the 4th here, so I'm kind of going up. Am I writing it right, Grayson? Did I write the answer the way you want me to?
Oh wait, my microphone wasn't unmuted. Sorry. Yeah, that's right. Thanks.
All right. Well, Grayson did another one. I was talking
to my computer with a muted microphone.
Okay. Well, there's another answer by Grayson. This one was Mary Faith and Grayson. And this one was Grayson. Good job, guys. Good job helping each other out. Y'all are doing good.
Thank you, Miss Sparks.
This is just a super quick double check. But on the factoring polynomials, 17 through 28, you're just finding the GCF and just dividing, right?
No, you're factoring.
Wait, so 17, would that be 4x parentheses 5x y minus 7 close parentheses?
Yes. On that one, you would just do a GCF. But number 18, that's Reese's favorite if she hasn't left us. What is it, Reese?
The difference of squares.
You go, girl. Yes. Good job. Good job. Yes, that is exactly what it is. So use that factoring graphic organizer that I gave you guys on Friday. And I think it was Friday. Was it Friday? Or was it Monday? I can't remember. one of the 2 days that I gave you that. Y'all use that because, yes, you want to look for the GCF first. So good job on that. And then when you're left, do I have 2 terms? Do I have 3 terms? Or do I have 4 terms? And that will tell me how I'm going to approach it from next. And you all know who to reach out to, Reese, if you need help with those differences of squares. Okay, you all can use each other. You can use your notes. And you all used each other in math lab today. That's really good. If you guys even wanted to do your own Google Hangout, you could do that, on Thursday if you guys wanted to. I don't, helping each other does not bother me. I love to see you guys help each other because when you all are in the workplace, that's what y'all are going to do someday is work together and help each other out. But don't just do the work for somebody else. Really explain things, okay? And work things out. And when somebody else is helping you, ask questions to them and be like, help me understand this. That's what you guys are there for. Anything else, guys, that while we're here and we're all working together today, is there any other questions?
So then wouldn't 19 through 22 be trinomials?
19 through 22 look like to be trinomials to me. Yes, sir. Some you'll be able to factor out a GCF. And some are just going to be regular trinomials where you'll, like 19 to me looks like just a regular trinomial. Number 20 looks like a slide and divide. Number 21. What is number 21?
Difference of squares.
Yes, way to go, Reese. But you can factor out a 4 first, but you're still going to be left with the difference of squares even after you factor out the 4 first.
Wait, what do you mean factor out? Wouldn't it be 2x in one of them and 2x in the other?
Yes, but you want to factor the 4 out first. And then you're still going to be left with the difference of squares because if I factor out a 4 out of a 4x squared, what's left?
X squared.
If I factor a 4 out of 4, oh, yes. I'm sorry. I thought you said 6 squared for some reason.
Would it be 2x?
All right, if I factor out a 4 out of 16y squared, what's left? If I factor a 4 out of 16y squared, what's left?
4 y squared.
Yes. So even inside that, that's the difference of 2 squares, isn't it? And it sure is. So keep on going. If y'all want to work this one out together, keep on going. Reese, you got this.
Okay. So there'd be x minus 2y. And then x minus 2y.
Not minus on the second one.
Oh, plus 2y.
Yes.
Make it negative.
Good job. Good job.
I have one more question for number 2.
Yes,
ma'am. Would that first step to be, I don't know, what's the first step to number 10? How to start it off?
Wait. No.
That on number 10, we did this. This was multiplying a binomial times a trinomial. And I believe that was either the notes from the third set of notes, like with homework 3, but you're going to distribute the x to everything inside there, and then you'll distribute the -6 to everything inside.
Okay.
So then you're going to end up with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terms. And then you'll combine all of the like terms. And I believe you should end your final result, unless something completely cancels, should be a 4-term polynomial, I think.
Okay.
Is there any
5-term. I'm sorry, 5-term. 5-term. I'm sorry?
Could you scroll back down to 21? Thank you.
Yes. Did that help, Reese?
Yes, ma'am, it did. Thank you.
Okay. So 6 terms on your first line, and then you'll combine anything alike. And I feel like it reduces down to either a 5-term or a 4-term. Now I can't remember exactly, but
So
I feel like something. I think it's 5, but I
Okay.
could be wrong.
So this is that
And
situation. Huh?
I'm sorry, love.
This is that situation where, like, for example, like the first one's like x multiplied by 4x squared. That would be where you can add the exponents, right?
That is exactly it. Good job. So you would get 4x cubed.
Okay.
Do you want to walk it out? And that would give
Sure.
everybody else another thing. We can walk it out and do it together. I'm not gonna answer. You talk me through it. How's that? Is that fair enough?
Okay, sure.
So basically, it's just the students helping the students on this worksheet.
Yes.
Thank you for letting us do this.
You're welcome. So Reese says that this is x times 4x squared gives you a 4x cubed. Does everybody agree?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now what's next, Reese?
It'd be plus x squared because that x times x.
Okay, good job.
And then minus 7x.
Okay. Now, so you've done the x, and now you're going to go back through and do the -6.
So that would be negative 24x squared minus 6x plus 42.
Okay. Now, you'll combine any like terms. So this is where you match the variables and combine the coefficients only. Match the variables. So are there any other x cubes?
No.
So we'll just write that one down. Are there any matching x squareds?
That is a little bit confusing to me because there's a negative 24, but the x squared is the same.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I didn't mean matching completely.
Okay.
I just meant like, are there x squared terms?
Okay.
I didn't say that well. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
So what is the understood coefficient on the x squared?
1.
Right. So I've got a +1 and a -24. So I'm combining the coefficients only. So what would that give me?
Negative 23x squared.
All right. So then are there any x terms, just x all by themselves?
There's negative 6x.
And what else?
Negative 7x.
Yes. So that would be what?
Negative 13.
Negative 13x.
And then plus 42.
That's it.
Okay, nice.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, that's all I got.
Okay. All right.
All right, thank you.
You're most welcome.
Bye.
Y'all have a blessed day. Anything else?
Miss Sparks, on number 10, does that say 17x cubed?
Where, baby?
On number 10.
I don't know. There's no 17 anywhere, so it would be my poor writing. Where would it be, love?
In the
At the very front?
Yeah.
Oh no, That's a 4 because there's only a 4 in that other line, right? Are you talking about this? That's a 4. See,
Yep.
There's a 4x cubed. There's nothing to combine it with. Do you see where they got it? I want to make sure you understand where they got it.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, okay, good. No, it's just my poor handwriting. Okay. There you go.
Thank you.
y'all helped each other out and you got a good bit of this done. So good job.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys tomorrow in class. Email me if you have any questions, okay?
Okay.
Have a
you.
blessed afternoon.
You too.
I love you guys.
Love you.
Bye-bye.